The last lightning talk now, sorry, I'm on the wrong page, is Eve. So the last talk is Eve Hategekimana, head of the Earth Observation Department of Rwanda Space Agency, and he'll talk about Earth observation data for sustainable farming. Thanks. So, hi, nice to see you. Great.
Good evening, everyone. I will try to take you into space because we are Rwanda Space Agency. You have to bear with me. Yeah, so my talk is Earth observation for sustainable farming. So one have to ask why we are using now Earth observation. So, and the current trend in Rwanda in terms of agriculture, we'll talk more in this because it is a kind of ecosystem which is challenging. But I have to give you brief on introduction, like background on operation satellites on globally, and you can see it is Earth observation, which is almost 70% or 30% of every satellite which is launched into orbit. So Earth observation application, now we have monitoring, like the major players. We have European Space Agency, we have NASA, but also Africa is coming up. So why now we are talking about this? So we can see we have three major components of this Earth observation, which is crop health monitoring, water management, and fertilizer management. So in this ecosystem, you can see how much fertilizer you can use, how much water you are going to use, and to know also status of the of crop, what you are monitoring. So in our organization, Rwanda Space Agency, we are trying to use this model where you can use like input of data, like any source of data, either satellite images, drone data, and we try also to try to apply machine learning on top of that to see like kind of pattern in that images. And also we're trying to do data preprocessing where, let's say it's optical images, you have to bear with me, I'm too technical. And we have data processing and also modeling to see what information you are getting from. And end of the day, you are getting some crop insight, and we will see later on in this one. So we have various data source. We have satellite images, we have IoTs, and UAVs. So what we are doing here in a solution we are developing under Rwanda Space Agency, you can see we're trying to see crop health. Because Rwanda, like, I think the biggest, because the country is small and everyone is trying to compete with the land we have. Like, we have urbanization, we have development coming up, and also we try to feed our population. And that's why we try to monitor the soil we have carefully and what we are putting on that soil. So that's why you see like crop health, it's key sense of this database, like this solution we are developing. Also the crop type we are developing. And another one which is interesting is field boundaries. Because you can see one field, you have many crop which is cultivated inside the crop, and it's trying to, like, I can use fighting with the fertilizer because each crop is using different fertilizer to be able to grow in terms of growing, also to try to predict. But we are getting also field boundaries because it's a sense in this solution we are building. And also we are trying to supplement this with statistical data from various institutions, like and also like third-party data source to try to have kind of validation. So fairness and policy. Because this is machine learning based and artificial intelligence, one, the lesson we learn in this building, this solution, it's because like a crop signature in Rwanda, it's almost different. And also, because also the crowd, you can see the season, the entire season, almost 4 months or 6 months, its image is almost crowded with crowd. And it's a huge problem to this smart agriculture, or smart, you try to use Earth observation. Another one, it's database. Because we are collecting much information from farmers, we intend not to balance sort of privacy and also to feed the solution. I think that's what I have to say. Thank you.